morning, y'all. It is November 12th, and I left the shelter probably about a half hour ago, and I'm climbing. So it did not snow. It's not snowing this morning, but I'll tell you what, it sure looks like it could snow any minute now. It did rain last night, probably for 4 hours. It rained pretty good for like 2 hours. So I'm glad I ducked out in the shelter, but no snow yet, but we will see. So today, I think I'm just gonna do a commentary video. I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna have a pretty video this time. It's mostly just gonna be me talking about what's going on, and I'll shoot views if I see them and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna do all the pretty stuff. So I'm hoping I can make some miles today, so we'll see. But anyways, let me get to hiking so I can get some miles under me, and I will get back with y'all. All right. So I don't know if you can tell by the camera, if you can see it, but it's definitely snowing. Pretty good too. And the problem is it's a wet snow. Oh man. And here's the thing. So I wanted to try to make it to that shelter. It's still 23.5 miles. I've been making good pace, but my problem is I'm sweating. And even if I take off all my layers, I still sweat. And I need every article of clothing tonight to stay warm. So I can't afford for it to get wet. The ground's wet, so my socks are starting to get wet. And I don't know, this is what is the catch-22 about hiking in the cold in the winter, especially when it's wet like this, is you want to make the miles. You don't want to sweat though, because you need all your clothing. And when you sweat, when the wind hits you, it's just brutal. So you got to pace yourself so you don't sweat. But since you have to pace yourself, you're not going to make the miles you want to make. Now, after that shelter, which is at, I think it's only like 10.3 from here, you have 8 or 9 miles, I think 8, with no water. And then then you get to a spring, and then it's another 3 or 4 miles to the next shelter. So that one shelter is out of the question. I'm not gonna make it to that shelter. And it would have been a 26.3 day. So that one's out. So now my options to stop short at that other shelter, which will leave me 22 miles to get into Waynesboro, which means I'll probably just not go straight into Waynesboro the next day and just camp near it. Or when I get to that shelter, take enough water with me, hike about 4 or 5 miles to a cell spot and try to keep that water from freezing. So those are my choices right now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on hiking, and I don't know, I'll get back with y'all and let you know what's going on, if it's still snowing or not, but this is crazy. All right, I'll get back with y'all. Hey y'all. Woo, it is cold. Oh my God, the temp's dropping big time. You can see the snow, all the snow dust everywhere out there. I mean, you can tell it's just snowing. It's just snow dust basically from the wind. So it's just, I mean, you can see it everywhere. It is just dusty out. Oh my gosh, it's cold. So, whoo, let me walk back into the wood tree line. Oh my goodness, man. So I came up maybe with another option. I could hike farther past that shelter and then maybe try to find a ride out of here tonight. But that means when I get back on trail tomorrow, I'll lose time. So Either way, I'll lose time, I think. But I'll be warm. Hey y'all. So the snow's calmed down a lot. There's just light flurries left, but you can definitely tell the temp just is dropping and dropping and dropping. Right now, I think I'm on the other side of the mountain, so the wind's not bad here. And so I called my wife and was debating what to do, and getting off trail just for the night and getting back on just seems like so much trouble. I just don't really want to deal with it. Also, I need to get used to these cold nights. I just need to get used to like hunkering down and just getting used to them. Like I said, I would hike farther if there was a place with water and to camp, but the carrying water, like when I get to that shelter, which I think is only like 8 miles from here, and it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. So when I get to that shelter, I'll have to get water and carry it for a ways, I think like 4 or 5 miles, like I said, to this camp spot. But then my water, I run the risk of it freezing. If I stay at the shelter, maybe the shelter can block out the wind, and I can just hunker down in there and ride out the night, and I'll have water right there. And I've been hiking with this one guy. Well, I met him at the shelter last night, and I'm so horrible with names. Like, I totally forgot his name. Like, I talked with this guy all night, so I know all about this guy. I know what he did when he was a kid. I know his political views. I know his current issue views. I know what he does for a living. I know about his family. I know everything about this guy except for his name. Man, I'm so horrible. But he kind of was hinting that he wanted me to give him a trail name. He's just section hiking to Waynesboro, but he said he's going to stop at that shelter for sure. So I think the smartest thing to do is just when I get to that shelter, put on all my clothing, get in my bag, and just ride it out, you know, and call it a short day and suck it up and spend another day out here and not get to Waynesboro until Thursday. But then I'll only have a few miles to hike into Waynesboro, and I'll just take a long, narrow, and a zero, and then get back on trail. But you know, it's supposed to be down into like the 20s for a week straight out here. So it'll be nice to get off. Oh, there's a deer right behind me. The deer just, I'm sure you can't see her, but she's just right there. They just don't care. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Is just go to the shelter, duck out, call it a short day, only be 13.4 miles. Do like a long, like maybe a 16, 17, 19 mile day tomorrow, because I'll be 22 miles from Waynesboro from when I get to that shelter, and then just camp out another night, and then just go in real early to Waynesboro that next morning. I don't know. Or just do 22-mile day if I can do it. But it's supposed to be freezing tomorrow, so I'm not really sure. That deer's just walking right up to me. This is insane. They're so cute. I wonder if I can get her on video. Hey, little girl. Can y'all see her right there? Hey, little deer. You see her? She's right there. It's crazy, man. They're just so friendly out here. I wonder if she'll let me pet her. I'm gonna see. Let's see. Hey, pretty girl, come here. Come here. Come here. Can I pet you? Come here. You're so pretty. Come here. Okay. I'm not sure. She doesn't want to quite come up to me. But look at her. Hi. Isn't that so cute? They just like, that's so awesome. You sure are a pretty girl. You're so pretty. It's cute. Well, anyways, I better keep on hiking because it's getting cold just standing here. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Just go to that shelter and hunker down. But I will get back with y'all. And when I get to a view, I will show you the view. All right. Hey y'all, so I'm about a mile from that hut, and as you can see, it's still super cold and windy. The temperature keeps dropping each hour. As the day goes by, it just gets colder and colder. So I got up to the guy I was hiking with, and we're gonna go to that shelter, try to get a fire going. We're hoping the shelter's out of the wind. I hope y'all can hear me. I know that wind's ferocious, but I remember this section. The shelter, I camped there in 2016. So I remembered as soon as I got to this area that this is the shelter that I camped at. So we should be there shortly, and it's only like, I think 1 o'clock, so it's super early. But like I said, we're gonna build a fire, try to warm up, dry out a little bit, and just hunker down. It's just the best option right now. I don't know if I talked about this earlier, but there were two people at this parking area, and they were like, I think I might have talked about it, but anyways, they were telling us that it was going to get really cold. And I think they were kind of like, you know, hinting that they would drive me into town, but I don't know. Like I said, I think it's best just to stay out here on trail. And like I said, I'm gonna have to get used to this. You know, this is gonna be normal, and I can't just get off every time it gets really cold. So yeah, should be to the shelter soon. When I get there, I will get back with y'all. All right. The Black Rock Hut, Greg and me, we got here pretty early, but we've been walking around getting firewood for tonight because we know it's going to get super cold. So we've just been for the last hour collecting firewood, maybe even longer. But you know, we're at a shelter, so you know how it is around shelters. There's no wood to get. Let me show you all the wood we've gotten so far. So we got all that, and we got it ready to go in here. Greg got that all set up, and we got that, and we still got to break that up. And then there is more. There's some over here too. That was there when we got here. So yeah, man, I think we have a good bit to last us for a nice little while. Oh man, maybe it'll help us stay warm. So as you can see, the fire pit's right here. We're hoping it radiates into the shelter and helps warm it up. Even a few degrees would be super awesome. So I think we're gonna wait till it starts getting dark, of course, probably around 5 or something, and then light this up. But we keep thinking we found all the firewood we could, and then we go back a little bit farther, and then there's a lot more, especially back in the rhododendron bushes. There's a whole bunch, because no one, I guess, wanted to go all the way back in there to get it. But yeah, man, teamwork. That's what you got to do. When there's two people and they want to stay warm, they will find wood to stay warm. All right, I'll get back with y'all.
Man, it's getting so cold. I told you I'm a cop, right?
It's alright, we're in the woods.
I average.
Hey y'all, so I'm gonna end the video for today. So that was only 13.4 for the day, not a whole lot, but I am gonna try to just, I think it's 20.7 or something like that into Waynesboro. So I think I'm just gonna push that tomorrow and just try to get into Waynesboro late. But you know me, I may just end up bailing out early and just waiting out till the next day. But anyways, the temp's dropping big time, but this fire is helping tremendously. Yeah, so I guess that's it for today, and I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.